What's up, world? Welcome to the Positive Truth, uplifting and positive news for a more progressive society. Tim, what are we trying to bring?
Here at the Positive Truth, we're trying to bring awareness, empowerment, inspiration, optimism, and understanding to communities everywhere.
I'm JP. This is Tim. Tim, how are you?
I'm doing amazing, sir. How are you?
Doing wonderful.
Tú sabes.
If you're new to the Positive Truth, we do positive news stories because we know you need to hear them.
Facts.
We do that on Wednesday and Friday every week, twice a week. And on Mondays, we interview people doing positive things in the community, talk about some inspirational stories we found, or we do what we're doing today, where we talk about our favorite positive news stories of the past month.
Yeah.
And we are excited to talk about these 5 positive news stories, but before we do, make sure to like, share, subscribe, rate, and review. Helps us out so much. Tell a friend about the positivity that we're sharing. We're growing every month, and it's because people like you and listeners like you are telling everyone about this positivity, and we appreciate that. We also have a Facebook where we post our positive news stories that we're about to talk about. Instagram, where you can see Tim's pretty face.
Tú sabes.
Twitter and YouTube, where we post our videos. And let's get to it, Tim. What are two of your favorite positive news stories from March 2019?
So my very first one, my favorite one of the month for sure, has to be about Riley, right? So we talked about her in November, about her writing a letter to Steph Curry. Her dad, was like, hey, maybe you should write him. She wrote a letter to Steph Curry wondering why she couldn't find his basketball shoe in the girls section. Steph Curry reads the letter, says, you know what, I'm going to do something about it. Now we're in March, and he did something about it. He actually just released a girl shoe with his name, and she actually helped design the shoe, which I thought was amazing. And on top of that, Under Armour also announced that proceeds from sales will go to a fund for an annual $30,000 scholarship. They already gave it to one person this year. Her name is Vivian Wu. She's a senior from Oakland with a 4.2 grade point average, and she's the first person to get this scholarship. I thought it was amazing all around. I mean, we love basketball. Whenever she wrote the letter, I remember us talking about, like, yo, this is amazing. Like, we didn't think anything of this, and it carried through. Steph Curry didn't just talk about it. He walked it. He was like, you know what, I'm going to do something about it. And a few months later, here we are, man, talking about her because she did something amazing for all the little girls out there that have basketball dreams.
Steph Curry up for Positive Truth Person of the Year, for sure.
Tú sabes.
Awesome positive news story. Shout out to Wardell. Doing a great job, man. The first one of my favorite positive news stories, is a little bit science is cool with the positive truth.
We love science is cool with the positive truth. Find out new things all the time.
And this one, I mean, I'm sure everyone's heard about it, but the first time I talked about it, Tim, you hadn't heard about it, which was like wild to me. But HIV was cured in a second patient in March of 2019.
Right.
I think that's awesome. I'm pretty sure since this has come out, we've got a third.
Oh, really? Woo. Turn up. Dude, I really had no clue this was going on. I know we talk about it on here all the time, how people are coming up with new things that are working, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, we cured it. Like, what? So yeah, man, I thought that was awesome. That was an awesome positive news story. I do remember my reaction, like, what?
I mean, Tim's right. This is an epidemic that has affected tons of people. We've had, like Tim said, we got better treatments, better drugs. We might have a cure coming. We just got to go through this little test stages. Well, we got it. It was actually 12 years to the day after the first patient had been cured. The second patient got cured. And they're using transplants that were intended to treat cancers in the patients. I think it's awesome. Bone marrow transplants hurt, but it's better than having HIV.
Facts. Those are all facts.
And
I do love that story, JP. I'm not going to lie. That's one of my favorite sciences cool with positive truth stories.
Appreciate that, sir. Can we hear about one of your other favorite ones?
Man, one of my other favorite ones was actually about a coach. He was in the military and he was on deployment for 5 months. And basically a principal called all of the athletes into this room. We're like, hey, you guys have a guest speaker. And the coach walks in his military gear and takes his hat off, and the kids just go bananas. They were in shock. One of them jumps in his arms, turns super red, and is just hugging him. Then all his athletes kind of run around him and hug him. You can see the joy in the coach's face. You can see the joy in the student's face. And to me, I thought it was something beautiful, something that everybody can kind of get that good warm heart feeling that I got. I know when I saw it, I even teared up a little bit just because I'm a coach and I kind of understand the relationship.
Nothing wrong with tearing up, Tim?
Yeah, you know what, JP, you're right, man. I do tear up. I cry every now and then. Anyways. No, seriously, though, I thought it was something super beautiful. It was a short video that I shared to our Facebook page. If you guys want to check it out, it's still there somewhere. Just scroll down all the other positive news stories that are pretty amazing. And yeah, man, I thought it was awesome. we don't talk about the military enough, is what I was told. Again, so I'm still talking about the military. There's all kind of positive things going on in the world for sure.
Yes, sir, Tim. So, last one I want to talk about, we are based in OKC. So, I want to talk about a positive news story from a hero from Oklahoma, from McCurtain County. Sorry, I had to put on my Oklahoma accent. So, this is about a trooper, and he got a call. He's 26 years old, and he got a call about an overturned, partially submerged pickup. And so what he did is he went down there, and it was sinking in the water, and he broke in, and he saved the 2-month-old boy that was upside down, his head partially underwater, saved the boy, then went back in, saved the mom. He saved 2 children. I mean, a 2-month-old and a 1-year-old.
Wow.
3 children, my bad. Wow, this story just keeps getting better. But it was 2 small children, 1 larger child, and the mom. Saved them all. They only got minor injuries. And then they resuscitated the 2-month-old. She's doing fine. And he did all of this like a true Avenger in the dead of night by himself. And then,
Wait, this is at nighttime?
Yeah.
And he was by himself, no backup or anything? That's dangerous. That's awesome that it worked out, I guess.
So, yeah. This is also on our Positive Truth page somewhere. Just keep scrolling down. I just think it's this is an amazing story. When I first read this, I was like, why doesn't this have more likes?
Yeah, that's something like you would see in a movie, you know what I mean? Like the beginning of a movie or in the middle at the climax, like not real life. So the fact that, so this police officer did it at 26 years old, that's fairly young, man. I know, it's weird to say. I know, that's fairly young, though. Like at 26 years old, you're still not that man or woman you're going to be. You're still figuring things out a little bit. So the fact that, he put everything on the line for that is amazing. It shows, a lot about his character.
Absolutely. I mean, only way he could have done better is if you just want to pick the car up
exactly.
out of the water.
I was thinking the same things. You would have flew over it and I got you.
Pulled like the Hulk, just So I just thought it was awesome. I just didn't think it got enough coverage anywhere in the world. When I read it, I was like, this just keeps getting better. I was more transfixed on the 2-month-old.
Okay. Which makes sense. I mean, yeah, the fact that he,
resuscitated.
resuscitated her. Man.
Sorry, that was the DJ
JP.
DJ Super JoJo with the cutting real quick.
JoJo's nodding his head back and forth over there. It's too funny.
But those are a couple of our favorite positive news stories. But we got one more.
Ooh.
This is the listener's favorite positive news story. This is the one that was most liked and talked about and shared on our Facebook page. So we appreciate that. And I have to tell you, when you talked about this on the audio podcast, I was like, this sounds kind of weird, Tim. But then you're like, I'm going to post it. It's really cool. I promise, JP. And then you posted it, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's like a fairy tale library, man. It's pretty amazing.
Go ahead and talk about it.
Man, so this lady basically, she sees this old tree. I think it was 100 years old. It gets cut down, and she sees it there, and she's like, I need to do something with this. And she always wanted to create some type of library. So it worked out together. She put it together. She wasn't completely done with it when she posted the article on social media, but she said it's almost done, a few weeks away. I just want to give you guys an update on how it looks. And it is like the dopest clubhouse library. That's for free, by the way. It's a completely free library.
Every book in there is free.
It's amazing, man. We're talking about a tree that you can walk inside. It has a door, lights and stuff. You can go inside of this real-life living tree, and there's a library inside of it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's very, very unique. Where's it at? It's in Idaho somewhere, right?
Yeah, somewhere cold.
Okay, yeah, somewhere in Idaho, some random place. I thought to myself, man, I low-key might make a road trip just so I can go see this library. That's how I thought.
I'll take a plane trip. That's a long drive, Tim.
Touche. I'll take that plane trip. But yeah, man, it's super amazing. Again, if you guys want to see it, it's on our social media page. But I thought it was amazing.
17 shares.
Woo! Go ahead. I see you, Positive Truth listeners. Go ahead. But yeah, man, whenever we talked about a library, a lady from India, all over the world, they make libraries out of nothing and they turn it into something beautiful. And this one is probably my favorite one, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, you have to check it out. I know we were talking about it it's a tree. What does that sound? Just look at it and you'll be like, oh, I get it now.
You know what we should do? We should get JoJo to put a visual of this tree right here. And now you guys saw it. Check out our visual on our Facebook page or our YouTube page, and you got it.
Good thinking, Tim.
Boom sabes.
Nice pink phone cover, JoJo.
Take that, Will.
Nothing wrong with the color pink. Nothing wrong with crying. Nothing wrong with positive news stories. You know what there's nothing wrong with? Positive quotes.
Facts. To succeed in life, you need 3 things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone.
Nice. We'll be back on Wednesday with more positive news stories. We appreciate all of our listeners. Till then, we're out.
Stay positive.